तु धनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत। हरि ओम तत्सत। हरि ओम तत्सत। So today we are going to begin with the 16th chapter of अष्टावक्र गीता। 15 प्रकरण हमने अष्टावक्र गीता के पढ़े और आज 16वां प्रकरण हम शुरू करने जा रहे हैं। And whenever you read अष्टावक्र गीता, you should be ready for many types of shocks. अष्टावक्र गीता ये क्रांतिकारी ग्रंथ है, उसमें अजातवाद सिद्धांत है, ये हमने देखा था। तो बहुत सारे ऐसे जो श्लोक आते हैं, हमको ऐसा ऐसा लगता है कि ये बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी है। तो इसको समझना, that is why last time also I had said that they are to be meditated upon really. All these stanzas are meant for meditation. And today also the very first stanza which Ashtavakra has told is really, it will shake you, but it is to be meditated upon. Okay, so let us read the first stanza, पहला श्लोक 16वें प्रकरण का। आचक्ष्व शृणुवा तात नाना शस्त्राणि अनेकशः तथापि न तव स्वास्थ्यम सर्व विस्मरणादते। ओके, सो आचक्ष्व शृणुवा तात, so he is addressing Janak Raja as Tata. Tata means oh my dear son. So this also last time I had told that Ashtavakra, though he is only 15-16 years old boy, and Janaka is more than 70-75 years. Ashtavakra is Jnana Vruddha. He is elderly as far as the knowledge is concerned, and so he addresses Janaka as Tata, oh my dear son, हे पुत्र। आचक्ष्व शृणुवा तात नाना शास्त्राणि अनेकशः, अनेक प्रकार के शास्त्र तुमने सुने भी होगे, पढ़े ही होगे। हे पुत्र, तुम अनेक शास्त्रों का अध्ययन किया होगा, अनेक शास्त्र सिद्धांत सुने होगे। तथापि न तव स्वास्थ्यम सर्व विस्मरणाद ऋते, लेकिन तुम आत्मस्थित तब तक नहीं हो सकता जब तक जो भी कुछ तुमने पढ़ा है, जो भी कुछ शास्त्र तुमने पढ़े हैं, सब भूल न जाते। तथापि न तव स्वास्थ्यम सर्व विस्मरणाधृते, जब तक ये सारे शास्त्र तुम भूल नहीं जाते, तुम आत्मस्थित नहीं हो सकते। So what he's saying, my dear son, you must have listened to or studied variety of scriptures and varieties of ways for self-realization. But did you get established in the self? Forget the so-called scriptural knowledge, then alone there is a chance to get established in the self. Forget everything. So certainly something which is very strange. तो सब शास्त्रों को भूल जाने से ही शायद तुम आत्मस्थित हो सकते हैं। अनेक प्रकार के शास्त्र हमने सुने, अब तक हमने भी अनेक ग्रंथों का अध्ययन किया है। हमने पातंजलि योग सूत्र पढ़े हुए हैं, हमने उपनिषद पढ़े हुए हैं, हमने भगवत गीता पढ़ा हुआ है। ये सब का हमने अभ्यास किया है, जरूर किया है। हम सब लोग ये ग्रुप में जो है, बहुत सारे शास्त्रों का अभ्यास हमने किया है, उसमें कोई डाउट ही नहीं है। और ये भी अंदर से हम जानते हैं कि ये सब पढ़ने के बावजूद हमें वो अनुभूति नहीं मिली है जिसकी चाहत हमें है। वी आर नॉट बीन एबल टू रियलाइज द सेल्फ। वी विल नॉट। अनेक ग्रंथों के विचार हमको आकर्षित तो जरूर करते हैं, और ग्रंथ पढ़ते समय हमको ऐसा भी लगता है कि when we are reading Patanjali Yoga Sutras, when we are reading Bhagavad Gita or any scripture for that matter, for some time it appears as if it is taking us to some other level of consciousness when we are reading. There is no doubt about it. कि ऐसा हमको जरूर लगता है कि बहुत कुछ इससे हमको प्राप्त हो रहा है। लेकिन जब हम अपना जीवन जीते हुए रहते तो हमको ऐसा लगता है कि ये सब तो हमने पढ़ा सुना, अभ्यास भी किया, लेकिन खास करके जीवन में कुछ बदलाव नहीं आया है। सचमुच आत्मानुभूति नहीं आई है। ऐसा क्यों होता है? दैट इज द थिंग विच हैज बीन आस्क्ड बाय। अभी देखो कि हम लोग जब योग शास्त्र पढ़ते हैं तो पहला ही सूत्र हमको बताया, योग चित्त वृत्ति निरोधा। चित्त वृत्ति का निरोध करो तो तदा दृष्टु स्वरूपे अवस्थानम, तुरंत तुमको स्वरूपावस्था प्राप्त हो जाएगी। तो ये शास्त्र पढ़ने में बहुत अच्छा है, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट इट एंड देयर इज द ट्रूथ इन इट। वी आर नॉट सेइंग दैट, बट द क्वेश्चन इज हु इज रियली गोइंग टू डू चित्तवृत्ति निरोधा। इसके बारे में क्या हम सोचते हैं कि ये चित्तवृत्ति का निरोध करने वाला कौन है? या हम भगवत गीता में जरूर पढ़े हुए हैं कि मृत्यु तो केवल इट इज ओनली अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि। What is death after all? Such a beautiful simile has been given in Bhagavad Gita. Just as we change the clothes, वासांसि जीर्णानि, जब हमारे कपड़े पुराने हो जाते हैं तो वो हम फेंक देते हैं और नए कपड़े परिधान कर लेते हैं। इसी प्रकार आत्मा, ये शरीर जब थक जाता है तो वो छोड़ देता है। नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि, नए शरीर में चले जाता है। ये हम सुने तो जरूर है, अच्छा विचार है। हो सकता है हम भगवत गीता पर अच्छे व्याख्यान भी देते होंगे, लेकिन अगर ये सच है तो मृत्यु का भय तो चला जाना चाहिए बिल्कुल। अगर हम नए कपड़े पहनते हैं, खरीद लेते हैं, पुराने कपड़े छोड़ देते हैं, तो क्या हम दुखी हो जाते हैं या आनंदी हो जाते हैं? इफ आई परचेज सम न्यू क्लोथ्स, मॉडर्न क्लोथ्स, आई एम सो हैप्पी। ओल्ड क्लोथ्स आई जस्ट थ्रो एंड न्यू क्लोथ्स आई एम हैप्पी, आई शो इट टू एवरीबॉडी। वस्त्र नए परिधान करने से आनंद होता है, फिर मृत्यु का दुख क्यों होता है हमको? अगर हमारे even the near and dear one, if he dies, why we are sorry for it? Why don't we think, if we have learned Gita properly, गीता तो शास्त्र है और तो बता रहा है कि ये तो उसको नए कपड़े मिल रहे हैं, he is getting the new clothes. Why should we not celebrate death instead of crying for the death? Why our fear of death doesn't go after learning Bhagavad Gita? What is wrong? Simply understanding the scriptures intellectually doesn't bring about any change in us. This is a fact. This is what we have really understood very well if we are sincere to ourselves. कि शास्त्र ग्रंथ पढ़ने से कुछ समय तक अच्छा भी लगता है, कुछ हमको ऐसा लगता भी है, लेकिन जो बेसिक बदलाव आने हैं हमारे अंदर, क्या वो आते हैं? नहीं आते हैं। वही तो है। इसलिए हमने जब कठोपनिषद पढ़ा था, इन कठोपनिषद ऑल्सो सेम थिंग हैज बीन टोल्ड वेरी ब्यूटिफुली। नायम आत्मा प्रवचनेन लभ्या न मेधया न बहुधा श्रुतेन येमैवैष वृणीते तेन लभ्या तस्येष आत्मा विवृणुते तनुस्वाम। नायम आत्मा प्रवचनेन लभ्या। आपने बहुत सारे प्रवचन सुन लिए, यू आर गोइंग वेरी रेगुलरली टू many discourses, you are attending satsangs without anything. Na medhaya, you are highly intellectual person. Your intellectual analysis is tremendous. You are almost like a scientist. You have a very great brain. That doesn't mean that you will be able to know the spiritual things. न मेधया, उसको जिसको बहुत ज्यादा बुद्धि है, मेधा है, उसको आत्मा मिलेगा ऐसी कोई गारंटी नहीं। न बहुधा श्रुते न, बहुत सारा आपने सुन लिया, बहुत सारा सत्संग दिया। आत्मा इज रिवील्ड टू ओनली टू दोज to whom Atma itself chooses, or those who completely surrender to you. आत्मा उसे ही प्राप्त हो जाता है जो शरणागत होके आत्मरत हो जाता है। So what Ashtavakra is actually telling here is, तथापि न तव स्वास्थ्यम, स्वस्थ,
I think
clean, clean up your slate. So much thing has been written on it. And if you want to really write something new on it, first you should clean yourself. Learning many scriptures and sharp intellectual analysis, memorizing the Vedas, memorizing the Upanishads, memorizing the Yoga Sutras do not guarantee liberation. Because such learned person may become more egoistic. That is also, actually we see also many people, instead of ego getting reduced, if they have learned so many scriptures and speak on any topic, any time, they become slightly egoistic. It is possible. बहुत सारे आश्रमों में अगर आप जाएंगे और क्लोजली देखेंगे तो आप ये देखेंगे कि अहंकार स्वामी लोगों में और बड़े बड़े जो व्याख्याता होते उसमें अहंकार झलकते हुए आपको दिखाई देता है। एंड एक्चुअली अहंकार इज द मेन हर्डल between us and the Atman. So, आत्मस्थित वही हो जाता है जो अद्वैत स्थिति में आ जाता है। Learning any scripture, any knowledge presupposes duality. When you are learning scriptures, there is duality, the knower and the known. Sarva vismarana dhrate. That is what Ashtavakra is saying. When you forget everything, you are forgetting the egocentric attitude itself. You are eliminating the ego itself. So the slate of the mind is full of all sorts of sanskars only we have done. We are speaking scriptures like parrot. There was a very beautiful, in the Upanishad, they have very beautiful story which says that there was a parrot which was in the cage, and all the time the parrot used to say, freedom, 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 स्वतंत्रता, स्वतंत्रता. ऐसा वो बोलने की हैबिट हो गई थी उसको, स्वतंत्रता, स्वतंत्रता, freedom, freedom, freedom. So one day one sadhu was passing by and he heard this from the parrot, and he thought that the parrot is desiring liberation, so why not liberate him? So he opened the cage, allowed the parrot to fly away. So parrot happily flew first of all on one tree, then another tree. And then soon after some time he found that, oh, the cage was so comfortable. Actually, my master used to bring water for me and grains for me and food for me. I was very comfortable. Here I have to search for food. So much of trouble outside, so much of competition. Other birds will attack me. And he soon got tired of that freedom and really came back to the cage. वापस आ गया, वो अपने पिंजरे में वापस आ गया। पिंजरे में वापस आने के बाद फिर वही बात, स्वतंत्रता, स्वतंत्रता, फ्रीडम, फ्रीडम, फ्रीडम. So that is what we also, if we see the significance of this parrot like we may be speaking about scriptures, we may be speaking about the सिद्धांतास, नाना शास्त्राणी, अनेक प्रकार के शास्त्र, हो सकता है हमें मुखस्त भी हो सकता है उसके ऊपर हम बहुत बड़ी चर्चा करते हो, बट वी हैव नॉट बीन एबल टू डाइजेस्ट देम. श्रवण हो गया, मनन हो गया, निधिध्यासन नहीं होता है. वो तभी होता है सर्व विस्मरणाद, when you are really eliminating ego, then alone. That is why Shankaracharya also at one place he has very beautifully says, Shabdajalam Maharanyam Jiva Brahmana Karanam. He says that if you are reading so much of philosophy, Shabdajalam, ये तो वाणी विलास है. Maharanyam, as if you are entering into the forest. Learning so many scriptures is entering into a forest. Shabdajalam Maharanyam, Jiva Brahmana Karanam. और फिर जीव को ऐसा लगता है कि ये रास्ते से जाओ, रास्ता ही नहीं मिलता. If you are in very deep forest, you don't know whether you are going east or west, in the right direction or in the wrong direction. You don't know anything at all. That is what happens to many people who just go on reading the things without really practicing it. So, इसलिए अष्टावक्र कह रहे सर्व विस्मरणाद रते, forget everything and abide in the self. That is what he says. So, bhogam, we come to the second verse now. Bhogam karma samadhim va kuru vidnya tathapite chittam nirasta sarvasham इति अर्थम रोचयष्यति, इत्यर्थम रोचयष्यति. सो भोगम कर्म समाधिम वा कुरु विज्ञ तथापि में. ओ वाइज वन, विज्ञ, विज्ञ मीन्स द वाइज वन, ओ इंटेलिजेंट वन, ओ वाइज वन, you may go after worldly enjoyment, bhogam. So many people, they think that this philosophy and other things are nothing and let us enjoy life. 4 दिन की जिंदगी है, तो and they are after enjoyment. Majority of the people, they go after enjoyment. Some people, they go after action, karma. कर्म में ही अपने को, they get engaged in karma or maybe some sort of karma yoga also, let us say. Or samadhimva. Some people may be very serious and they may be really practicing dharana, dhyana, samadhi, meditation, very regular meditation. लेकिन ऐसा दिखाई देता है अक्सर, और दूसरों में दिखाई देने की बात छोड़ो, हम खुद के अनुभूति से भी कह सकते हैं कि ये हम तो करते करते थक गए. चित्तम निरस्त सर्वार्थम इत्यर्थम रोचयष्यति. O wise one, you may go after worldly engagements or engage yourself in work or practice samadhi, but still your mind will not be desireless. It will go on searching for the self. Rochayishyati. It will yearn for the self. Rochayishyati means it will yearn for the ultimate state. You know inside that you are not reached it. Why it happens like that? क्योंकि वासना, चित्तम निरस्त सर्वाशम, वासना राहित्य स्थिति आती नहीं है, वासना रह जाती है कुछ भी करो, क्योंकि वो जन्म जन्मांतर से अपने अंदर में है. सो टोटल प्यूरिफिकेशन डजंट टेक प्लेस. वासना मन को चंचल करती है. मन हमेशा वासना पूर्ति के लिए दौड़ता है. मन की दौड़ हमें आत्मा से दूर ले जाती है. सो जब तक आशा है, जब तक वासना है, तब तक तो सबसे पहले वासना त्याग अपेक्षित है. That is why in Yoga Vasishtha also continuously द्वे बीजे चित्त वृक्षस्य प्राणस्पंदन वासना. Again and again in Yoga Vasishtha also you come across this. ये चित्त का जो वृक्ष है, वो वृक्ष के 2 बीज है. एक तो प्राणस्पंद, द वाइब्रेशन ऑफ प्राण, द वाइटल एनर्जी, एंड वासना, द डिजायर, which never goes. And so long as they are there, the chitta vriksha will be there. So long as the chitta is there, your individual consciousness will remain. So, desireless, one must become desireless, abandon all enjoyments, bhoga, abandon all work, karma, or even the practice of samadhi, meditation. A yogi adept in all these still keeps searching for the self. Atyartham rochaishyati. The self is not available to him. आत्मानुभूति होती नहीं है, आत्मज्ञान प्राप्ति होती नहीं है. Still the mind keeps on looking for something still higher. The only way to eliminate the ego which creates the desire is the only thing, elimination of the ego. वासना त्याग, प्राणस्पंद निरोध, इसे अहंकार नाश. This is again and again in Yoga Vasishtha also. And by the way, Ashtavakra and Yoga Vasishtha, they run almost on the similar line. Both are telling about Ajatavada Siddhanta. I have told this earlier as well. That these three, Mandukya Karika of Gaudapada, Yoga Vasishtha, which is written by Valmiki Muni, but it is between dialogue between Rama and Vasishtha, and Ashtavakra Gita, dialogue between Janaka and Ashtavakra. They are the three main scriptures which are telling about Ajatavada Siddhanta. So many of the concepts are very similar to each other. So Ahankara Nasha. So, and even in Bhagavad Gita also, Ahankara Vimudhatma Kartaham iti manyate. That is what Bhagavad Gita also said. Ahankara Vimudhatma Karta aham iti manyate. मैं करता हूं. I am the doer. This comes because of the ahankara. So, what type of ahankara? Even spiritual ahankara. That I am doing meditation. I am a good meditator. I have the experience of samadhi. This is also ahankara. I am engaged in karma yoga. I remains. Actually that the sadhana should be done for elimination of the I. जब तक अहंकार नाश नहीं होता, आत्मा की खोज पूरी नहीं हो सकती. जब तक अहंकार है, तब तक अद्वैत स्थिति नहीं आ सकती और आत्मबोध नहीं हो सकता. So that is what is said in this particular shloka number 2. Let us go to the third shloka. आयासात सकलो दुःखी नैनम जानाति कश्चन अनैन उपदेशेन धन्यम प्राप्तोति निवृत्तिम. आयासात सकलो दुःखी. Efforts make all miserable. More the efforts, more the misery. Ayasat means lots of effort. Now this is again something which is very different than what we have been told and what we have been learning all the time. हमको ऐसा बचपन से बताया जाता है कि प्रयत्न करो, प्रयत्न अंते ही परमेश्वर. परमेश्वर प्राप्ति के लिए भी बहुत प्रयत्न करना है. तुमको अगर आगे आना है, नाम कमाना है, बड़ा होना है, प्रयत्न की जरूरत है. You should make a lot of effort. Okay. And here Ashtavakra tells that out of effort you get only misery. आयासात सकलो दुखी. जितने ज्यादा प्रयत्न करते रहोगे उतना दुख ही दुख होगा. It shakes us from within. Such sentence. Efforts make all miserable. But none knows this. He says कि अज्ञान तो यही है कि प्रयत्न हमको सुखी नहीं कर सकता. प्रयत्न से दुख ही पैदा होता है. ये ज्ञान ही हमको अभी तक नहीं है. नैनम जानाति कश्चन अनैन उपदेशेन. The blessed one following this instruction, धन्यः प्राप्तोति निवृत्तिम. One who knows that effortlessness is the key. प्रयत्न शैथिल्य अनंत समापत्तिभ्याम. When you give up all the efforts, then only you get that infinite consciousness. So that is what Ashtavakra is also telling. कि प्रयत्न, because who is doing action? Why this is very strange, of course, that you do आयासात सकल दुख, जितने ज्यादा प्रयत्न करोगे उतने दुख ही दुख होगा, ऐसा वो बता रहा है. कौन से भी प्रकार के प्रयत्न. The efforts can be for getting name and fame, efforts can be for getting lot of wealth, effort for getting more and more pleasures, or even effort for spiritual development. Efforts will make you dukhi. This is what a striking thing which Ashtavakra is telling as usual, very typical of him. Because he says behind effort there is ego only. Who is doing effort? It is ego. मैं हूं ये भाव कायम ही रहता है और एफर्ट के साथ बढ़ते ही जाता है. So he says give up all effort. Stronger the ego, greater the efforts. That takes you away from the self, not towards the self. So that is what Bhagavad Gita is also telling, that you give up sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Give up all efforts, give up all the practices and totally surrender. Total surrender means egolessness. So यही बता रहे हैं ये सभी श्लोकों में. और अगला श्लोक तो बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी है. The fourth stanza is even more. इसलिए अष्टावक्र गीता पढ़ने के लिए हमारे मन में शांति होनी चाहिए, and they have to be meditated upon. Don't go by only the words which are there apparently. They may discourage you also. But if you meditate on it, उसका जो सार है, उसका जो तत्व है, उस पर ध्यान देना बहुत जरूरी है. सो अगले श्लोक में अष्टावक्र बता रहे हैं कि एकदम आलसी हो जाओ. गिव अप एफर्ट्स. ही इज टेकिंग दिस एफर्टलेस टू द वेरी एक्सट्रीम. कितने आलसी हो जाओ, आंखें झपकाने का कष्ट भी मत करो. Do not have the efforts even to blink your eyes. Okay, so let us read that beautiful shloka number 4, which is telling us this particular fact. व्यापारे खिद्यते यस्तु निमिषे अपि तस्यालस्य धूरिणस्य सुखम नान्यस्य कस्यचित्. व्यापारे खिद्यते यस्तु, one who is totally given up work as such, all kinds of activities, he alone remains happy who get distracted even at the effort of winking. Nimishon meshayorapi. Nimisha unmisha. Nimisha unmisha means आंखों को झपकाना, blinking the eyes, winking the eyes. The man who doesn't want to take effort even at winking the eyes is not interested even in blinking the eyes or winking the eyes. इतने व्यापार activities he has given up altogether. तस्यालस्य धूरिणस्य. ऐसे महान आलसी जो है, आलस्य, very strange words, you know. So such a lazy individual alone remains happy and no other. Tasyalasya dhurinasya. The man of realization does not make any efforts even for blinking or winking the eyes. Such a person appears as a master of laziness, alasya dhurinasya, and he alone reaches the supreme. That means what Ashtavakra is talking about, Ashtavakra is really talking about going beyond action, action of any kind. Vyapare khidyate astu. Give up all the activities because supreme truth is beyond action. You have to go beyond karma. You have to go beyond karma siddhanta. That is what he is saying. You know, कितना कर्म के इवन आंखें झपकाने के कर्म करने के लिए कष्ट भी मत ले लो. Become so now this what is this laziness is not tamasika. You know, we it is going beyond prakriti. One who is rajasika, he will do lot of vyapar. Vyapar is activity. Rajasika fellow, he engages himself. Ayasat sakalo dukhi. That is what the previous verse है. आयास कौन करता है? जो राजसिक है वो प्रयत्न करते रहता है. He engages himself in lot of activities. And whenever you engage yourself in activities, invariably you will come across misery. Ayasat sakalo dukhi, as it was told. If you are inactive, if you are lazy, if you are tamasic, there will not be any development at all. So is Ashtavakra asking us to be tamasic? Actually, he is telling us to go beyond activity, not to become tamasic. Tasyalasya dhurinasya is a phrase which is telling us that you become such a sattva. One who is pure sattva guni, he will go beyond action. Tasyalasya dhurinasya. He is embodiment of inactivity. For others, it may appear that he is quite lazy. Just as you know, infrared rays and ultraviolet rays both appear to be darkness for us. If ultraviolet rays are there, it is dark for us. If infrared rays are there, it is dark for us. Infrared radiation is having so less frequency that it is real darkness for us. Ultraviolet rays, so much of frequency is there, it has gone beyond the range of our visual mode, and therefore it appears dark. In the same way, the person who goes beyond action appears as if he is totally inactive, as if he is totally tasyalasya dhurinasya. So he is not asking us to become tamasic, he is asking us to go beyond action. So realized soul goes beyond all actions and he is at the crest of happiness. सुखम नान्यस्य गच्छसि. उसके जैसा सुखी कोई भी नहीं होता है. जो आत्मस्थित है वो सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप है और इसलिए आत्मा का एक गुण तो सच्चित आनंद ऐसा बताया गया है. सो इट इज हैप्पीनेस, हैप्पीनेस which is beyond action. We get happiness only when we act. Tasyalasya dhurinasya, when we have gone beyond the karma itself, beyond the law of karma, he is always in a state of bliss. Sukham nanyasya kasyachit. उसके जैसा सुखी दूसरा कोई भी नहीं आता है. So, please remember that he is not asking us to become tamasic, but he is asking us to go beyond action. Now let us go to verse number 6. Idam krutam idam na iti dvandve muktam yada manah dharmartha kama moksheshu nirapeksham tata bhavet. All our, whatever we have learned and whatever has been said in the scriptures, he is thrashing it down. Ashtavakra, he is such a great, he is thrashing down. He says, abhi dharma artham kama moksha bhi chhod do. Idam krutam, idam na iti. यह कर्तव्य है और ये अब करना बाकी है. इस द्वंद्व से मन जब मुक्त हो जाता है तो ही तुम धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्षे से धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष, ये जो चार पुरुषार्थ है उसके परे जा सकते हो। निरपेक्ष तदा भवेत। So long as we are under the sway of mind, we shall have ideas that this I have done and this is yet to be done. Idam कृतम idam न इति, ये मैंने अभी तक किया है, ये करना बाकी है। When we are in the realm of mind, the scriptures talk about the four purusharthas. This is very well known. धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष, ये चार पुरुषार्थ बताए जाते हैं, जिसको जो धर्म का पालन करता है, of course the people they want to earn money, artha, they want to satisfy the desire, kama. But what the scripture said, they are our dharma, our religion says, religion is not against earning money, artha. Religion is not against satisfying the desires, kama. But he says that it should be on the basis of dharma. So dharma comes first. Righteousness, with righteousness, if you earn money, there is nothing wrong. With righteousness, if you satisfy desires, there is nothing wrong. And if you live life like that, with dharma, you earn money, you satisfy your desires, then automatically you will go towards moksha. You will go towards liberation. So now that is what we have learned up till now. But what he says that such kind of practices also nirapeksha tada bhave. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. If you when you go beyond these ideas, then only you will become nirapeksha, desireless. You know. And now in this verse, Ashtavakra says that even a religious man following dharma, artha, kama, moksha, the four purusharthas, had such ideas that this is done, this is yet to be done. ये धर्म मैंने किया, ये धर्म का काम नहीं किया, ये पाप है, ये पुण्य है. His mind is not free from the conflict of पाप पुण्य. जो धार्मिक मनुष्य होता है ना, हमेशा पाप पुण्य का विचार करते रहता है. The only means, this only means that the idea of I and mine has not vanished. The ahankar has not vanished. Ashtavakra is asking again and again to renounce all the sense of doership, all the expectations, including the one for liberation. मोक्ष की मुमुक्षत्व भी नहीं रखना चाहिए. That is what Ashtavakra is telling. धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष सब छोड़ दो. ये मुझे करना है, ये मुझे नहीं करना, ये भावना भी छोड़ दो. Unless you do that, sarva vismaranat rite, the last verse. Unless you forget all this, because these are only concepts in your mind. You know, you have uncertain mental concept. You have concept of moksha. You have concept of dharma. What is dharma? It is only your concept. You know, it is conceptual. And then you rationalize your actions saying that it is dharma. You rationalize वासना पूर्ति. आप ऐसा सोचते हैं कि मैं तो बहुत धार्मिक हूँ, मैंने कुछ पाप नहीं किया है. किसी भी आदमी को पूछो आप, तो कहता कि मैं तो निष्पाप आदमी हूँ भाई, मैंने कुछ पाप नहीं किया है. जरूर मैंने पैसे कमाए है, राइचियसली ओनली, आई हैव नॉट डन एनी सिन एट ऑल. वासना पूर्ति करते समय भी सिन नहीं हो. दिस इज ओनली अवर कॉन्सेप्ट. दिस इज नॉट द रियलिटी. Because in so many ways, directly or indirectly, we are committing sins because ahankara is there. So even that is why Patanjali says karma ashukla akrishna yoginam trividha itaresham. बाकी जो योगी होता है उसके लिए पाप और पुण्य के वो परे चला जाता है. बाकी जो होते हैं लोग, उनके कर्म कैसे होते हैं? या तो पाप कर्म हो गए या तो पुण्य कर्म हो गए, लेकिन बहुत सारों के मिक्स होंगे. थोड़ा सा पाप, थोड़ा सा पुण्य। हमको बहुत बार ऐसा लगता है हमने दान किया बहुत, हमको लगता है बहुत बड़ा पुण्य का काम किया, मैंने दान किया, लेकिन वो दान जो आपने किया हुआ है, वो अगर गलत तरीके से उसका बाद में उपयोग हुआ तो वो आपका पुण्य कर्म नहीं रहता है, इट कम्स बैक टू यू एज पाप ओनली। सो दिस इज व्हाट, सो again he is asking to go beyond the law of karma. Idam krutam idam na iti. Do not think about this is done, this is not done. Do not think even about dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Go beyond the law of action, beyond karma itself. So abandoning of action is again and again told because truth is beyond action. Atman is beyond action. The supreme truth is beyond action. Go beyond action. Okay. So, Virakto Vishayadveshta. We go to the next verse number 6. Virakto Vishayadveshta Ragi Vishayalolupaha Graha Moksha Vihinastu Na Virakto Na Ragavan. So, those who are Viraktas, Virakta means those who are detached person. They hate the worldly objects. विषय द्वेष्टा, विषय का द्वेष हो जाता है जिसको विरक्त होना है ना. सो वी फाइंड वेनी आर रागी विषय लोलुपा, जो अटैच होते हैं वो विषयों के पीछे दौड़ते हैं. सो देर आर टू काइंड्स ऑफ पर्सन्स विच वी फाइंड. सम पर्सन they want to practice detachment. When they want to practice detachment, sometimes they start hating the world and worldly objects. Patanjali or anybody has not told to hate the objects. मैं चाय नहीं पीऊंगा, I hate tea. I will not anything worldly. विरक्तो विषय द्वेष्टा, विषय का द्वेष करने को लिए नहीं कहा है. रागी विषय लोलुपा, those who are attached, they go after the objects of enjoyment. So these are the two. Some running after the objects of enjoyment, some they start hating the objects of enjoyment. Graha moksha vihinastu. Graha moksha vihina means one who is neither accepts nor rejects. This is the position which is again and again told by Ashtavakra. Graha moksha vihinastu. He neither hates nor he accepts. उसको कुछ चाहिए भी नहीं, किसी को त्याग भी नहीं कर, किसी का स्वीकार भी नहीं करना है, किसी का त्याग भी करना है. न विरक्तो न राघवान. He is neither detached nor attached. He has no idea of attachment and detachment at all. Okay. क्योंकि राग द्वेष, अटैचमेंट एंड अवर्शन, ये तो चित्तवृत्तियां है. These are the major chittavrittis. Avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. Okay. So raga, dvesha तो चित्तवृत्तियां है. चित्तवृत्तियों के परे शुद्ध चैतन्य स्वरूप आत्मा है. So unless we go beyond the conflict of acceptance and rejection, आसक्ति और विरक्ति, so राग द्वेष के परे जाने से ही, so that is the first sadhana. See your rag, attachment, and dvesha, aversion. Neither have raga nor have dvesha. Have complete equanimity towards raga and dvesha. ग्रह मोक्ष विहीनस्तु, दोनों ही छोड़ दो. राग भी छोड़ दो, द्वेष भी छोड़ दो. न विरक्तो न रागवान. Do not try to get detached. Do not try to get attached. Go beyond attachment and aversion. So that is what is emphasized even in the next sloka. Number 7. हेयोपादेयता तावत् संसार विटपांकुरः स्पृहा जीवति यावद् वै निर्विचार दशास्पदम्. संसार विटपांकुरः, संसार विटपांकुरा, the seed of the tree of the world, This is again very similar to what we learn in Yoga Vasishtha. You know, in Yoga Vasishtha also, the entire world has been compared with the tree, Vriksha. And he says that the first seed of this tree of the world is the body. Body is the tree. देह ये संसार वृक्ष का बीज है और देह का बीज मन है और मन का बीज प्राणस्पंद और वासना है. This is how beautifully Yoga Vasishtha has told. So Samsara Vitapankura means seed of the tree of the world. Okay. Nirvichara Dashaspadam, the root of non-discrimination. Heyopadayata tavat. So long as the desire remains, it becomes the seed for non-discrimination. Heya upadaya means आपके मन में जब तक ये स्वीकार्य है, ये अस्वीकार्य है, हेय उपादेय, ये तो टालना चाहिए, ये तो त्याग करना चाहिए, ये लेना चाहिए. हेयोपादेयता तावत. जब तक ये भावना आपके मन में है, स्वीकार करना, त्याग करना, ये जब तक भावना है, संसार का बीज आपके मन में वैसे का वैसा ही रहेगा. अच्छा, संसार का बीज जाएगा. स्पृहा जीवती यावत, वही तब तक वासना वैसी की वैसे ही रहेगी. When the seed is there, seed will sprout sometime or the other. So vasana will remain. So long as desire remains, it becomes the seed of non-discrimination. This leads to the idea of acceptance and rejection. And they are the seeds of the tree of samsara world. तो जब तक वासना है, तब तक राग द्वेष रहेंगे. वासना मनुष्य को अविवेकी बना देती है. इस अविवेक के कारण ही त्याग और स्वीकार ऐसी भावनाएं निर्माण होती है. So again and again he is telling about going beyond raga and dvesha, one of the most important thing which he has told. And similar thought is proceeding further in the next sloka, also number 8. प्रवृत्तो जायते रागो निवृत्तो द्वेषे एव हि निर्द्वंद्वो बालवत् धीमान एवमेव व्यवस्थितः. What is saying? प्रवृत्ति से आसक्ति जन्मी देती है. प्रवृत्ति means activity, action. Okay, the man full of action is known as pravrutti. So what happens? Man full of action is attached to the world. Withdrawal from the world leads to hatred for the worldliness. So pravrutte jayate rago nivrutto dveshe evahi. That was what was told earlier as well. कि जो निवृत्त होना चाहता है उसके मन में द्वेष जागता है जगत के बारे में, कि इट इज दी what this is what we also start thinking, that I am getting miserable because of the interaction with the world, so let me withdraw from the world. Many people, they try to withdraw from the world. निवृत्त होना चाहते हैं, और जब तक मैं ये जगत से निवृत्त नहीं हो जाता है, तब तक I will not have spiritual development. So I want to give up my family. I want to give up everything. I want to go into the solitude, into the Himalayas, and then practice meditation there. So that is what they say. लेकिन इस प्रकार की निवृत्ति जगत का त्याग, जगत का द्वेष ही बताती है. निर्द्वंद्वो बालवत् धीमान एवमेव व्यवस्थितः. जो निर्द्वंद्व हो जाए, जिसमें हेय उपादेय नहीं रहा, जिसमें त्याग और स्वीकार की भावना नहीं रही है, वो निर्द्वंद्व. निर्द्वंद्व मीन्स गोइंग बियॉन्ड ऑल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. ही गोज बियॉन्ड ऑल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. वो कैसा हो जाता है? बालवत. ही इज लाइक एन इनोसेंट चाइल्ड. ही हैज चाइल्ड लाइक इनोसेंस व्हिच यू सी इन द enlightened persons. They are like child. Ekameva vyavasthitah. Such a person, he can remain in the self anywhere and everywhere. You know, evameva. जहां भी हो, in the city, in the marketplace also you will be calm and quiet. In Himalayan solitude also he will be calm and quiet. Inside the house he will be calm and quiet. Inside the cremation ground he will be calm and quiet. Anywhere, everywhere. That means the outer world will not decide about his equanimity. That is what he says. So, निर्द्वंद्व होना, यही बहुत बड़ी बात इसमें सिखाई गई है. So, ऋषि अष्टावक्र says, both type of people who are pravrutti margi or nivrutti margi cannot realize the self. You need the innocence of a child who doesn't have any attachment or aversion, anything raga or dvesha, and he only becomes dvandvatita. Let us go to shloka number 9 now. हातुम इच्छति संसारम रागी दुख जिहासया वीतरागो ही निर्दुखा तस्मिन् अपि न खिद्यति. So similar kind of thought has been hatum ichchati samsaram. A worldly person wants to renounce in order to get rid of misery. Hatum ichchati samsaram ragi dukha jihasaya. जो संसारी मनुष्य है, जो सर्वसामान्य मनुष्य है, वो ऐसा सोचता है ये संसार के कारण मेरे अंदर दुख पैदा हो रहे हैं. Worldly person wants to renounce in order to get rid of misery. Why I am miserable? Because I am in the world. The world is creating misery in me. So I must renounce the world. हातुम इच्छति. आसक्त मनुष्य दुख के निवारण के लिए संसार का त्याग करना चाहता है. हातुम इच्छति मतलब त्याग करना. रागी अटैच. दुख जिहासया in order to get rid of misery. वीतरागो ही निर्दुखम तस्मिन् अपि न खिद्यति. जो निरासक्त है, वीतरागो, इनवर्डली ही इज टोटली डिटैच्ड. के उसे संसार में रहते हुए भी दुख नहीं होता है. ए डिटैच पर्सन, he is always happy even in the world. So it is not necessary to renounce the world. It is not necessary to renounce external renunciation of the things is not necessary for spiritual development. You should be happy, you should be calm and quiet, you should be swastha, atmarata, anywhere and everywhere you are. So if one is totally detached, nothing in the world creates misery for him. Nothing in the world can create misery. Any situation, he remains a passive witness to whatever happens around him. His mind remains calm in every situation. So that is what this beautiful shloka is saying. So let us see two more shlokas. We will complete this particular chapter. यस्याभिमानो मोक्षेपि देहेपि ममता तथा न च ज्ञानी न वा योगी केवलम दुःखभागसौ. यस्याभिमानो मोक्षेपि, one who is egoistically looking for liberation. Very beautifully said actually. जो अहंकार युक्त होकर मोक्ष प्राप्ति की, मुझे मोक्ष मिलना चाहिए, ऐसा कौन कह रहा है? जो अहंकार युक्त है कि मुझे मोक्ष मिलना ही चाहिए. सो egoistically he is going for liberation. Okay, देहेपि ममता यथा. और जो अभी तक देहाभिमानी है, देह के बारे में, न वो ज्ञानी है न योगी है. न च ज्ञानी न वा योगी केवलम दुख भागसौ. ऐसा जो आदमी होता है ना, कि मोक्ष की बहुत ज्यादा इच्छा रखता है, स्पिरिचुअल बीइंग with who think that somehow or the other I must get liberated. ये भी एक प्रकार की अटैचमेंट ही हो जाती है. and that is something which he is not a spiritual person at all. मुझे याद है कि मेरे एक मित्र थे, हमेशा वो ध्यान करते थे, और जब वो ध्यान में बैठते थे तो उनके बच्चे, उनकी बीवी बहुत भयभीत हो जाती थी, क्योंकि जरा सा भी आवाज हो गया आग बबूले हो जाते थे. He used to sit in his room for meditation, but if the boys make noise, he used to beat them. मालूम नहीं मैं ध्यान कर रहा हूँ. या अगर उनकी उनकी जो बीवी थी वो स्वयंपाक घर में अगर कार्य कर रही है और बर्तन का आवाज भी आ गया, आग बबूले हो जाते थे. Now, what kind of meditation is this? What kind of spiritual sadhana is this? मुझे मेरे ध्यान में व्यत्यय नहीं चाहिए, सब शांत हो जाना चाहिए. ये कहाँ की शांति है? सो केवल the real spiritual person doesn't depend on equanimity for the external things. Whatever may be the external, he is calm and quiet even in the marketplace, as we have seen. तो वो मंदिर में हो, या वो बाजार में हो, या वो हिमालय में हो, या घर में हो, किसी भी अवस्था में जो निर्द्वंद हो जाता है वो शांत हो जाता है. सो अनेक वर्षों की साधना के बाद राग द्वेष मन के जो जाता नहीं है, वो न योगी हो सकते हैं न ज्ञानी हो सकते. यस्याभिमान मोक्षेपि देहेपि ममता तथा न च ज्ञानी नवा योगी केवलम दुःख वागसौ. Let us see the last verse also, because the time is approaching. हरो यदि उपदेष्टाते हरि कमल जो पिवा तथापि न तव स्वास्थ्यम सर्व विस्मरणाद हृदय. Another shock. So what Ashtavakra is telling is, हरो यदि उपदेष्टाते, स्वयं शिव भी आपके गुरु हो गए. हर शिव, हरि या विष्णु आपका गुरु हो गया. आपका गुरु शिव हो या विष्णु हो. कमल जो पिवा, कमल जो पिवा मीन्स ब्रह्मा. कमलज इज ब्रह्मा. तो आपका गुरु शिव हो, हरि हो या ब्रह्मा हो. तथापि न तव स्वास्थ्यम, even if God like Shiva or Vishnu or Hari becomes your guru, you will not be able to have that swasthya. You may not be able to get established in the soil. तथापि न तव स्वास्थ्यम, आप आत्मरत नहीं हो, आत्मस्थ नहीं हो सकते. कब तक? सर्व विस्मरणाद हृते, ये सब भूल जाने से, ये सब भूल जाने से ही, ये सब विस्मरण होने से ही आप, इवन in short, it is going from Saguna Brahma to Nirguna Brahma. That is what he is telling. That Hari or Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, this trinity is responsible for what? Brahma is the creator of the world, Vishnu is the sustainer of the world, and Shiva is the destroyer of the world. उत्पत्ति स्थिति लय के ये तीन तत्व बताए गए हैं ब्रह्मा विष्णु में. They are great gods, but that is what is known as Saguna Brahma. So Brahma is Nirguna Nirakar. Ashtavakra is talking about that Nirguna Nirakar avastha. So Nirguna Nirakar se Saguna Sakar Brahma is at the lower level, at the Maya level. It is this स्थिति, उत्पत्ति स्थिति लय का वो तत्व है. So long as you are with Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, you are with the world. क्योंकि ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश तो ये they are the creators of the whole universe or destroyer of the whole universe. So even if you surrender to Shiva or Vishnu or Brahma, you are with this Saguna Brahma only, and you have to go to the Nirguna Nirakara. That is what Ashtavakra is insisting, really speaking. So you have to sarva vismarana hriday. You have to go beyond even this guru. Even if this God himself is your guru, Guru Shishya is again Dvaita only. So long as this relationship remains, Guru and Shishya, even that Guru is God, like Hari or like Hara or like Brahma. But the Dvaita remains, the duality remains. Ashtavakra is speaking about Advaita Sthiti, where for this you have to go beyond the Guru. Okay, प्रत्यक्ष परमेश्वर भी गुरु हो जावे तो भी गुरु शिष्य द्वैत तो रहेगा ही. अद्वैत अनुभूति के लिए इस द्वैत के भी परे जाना महत्वपूर्ण है. आपको भगवान कहीं बाहर खोजना नहीं है. ब्रह्म, the actual reality is very much within you. You don't have to look for it in the temples, in the churches, in the mosque, in God outside. You have to find your Atman itself. You are God. That is what Ashtavakra is insisting. You don't have to find God elsewhere. ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश ये सगुण ब्रह्म है. आपको सगुण ब्रह्म से निर्गुण ब्रह्म की ओर जाना है. That is what अष्टावक्र. सगुण जब तक भूल नहीं जाते, सर्व विस्मरणाद रते, unless you forget about saguna sakara brahma, you will not be established in nirguna nirakara brahma. So you are your own guru. You must walk alone in the spiritual path. That is the message which Ashtavakra is trying to give. Well, it is time, so I will stop here, but we have finished the 16th very beautiful, little shocking, little shaking type of chapter on Ashtavakra Gita. So very profound, really speaking. As I told you, all these are not only to be intellectually understood, but to be meditated upon. And moreover, not only meditated upon, the निधिध्यासन की ये सब श्लोक निधिध्यासन के लिए, श्रवण के लिए पहले है, बाद में मनन के लिए भी है, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत है इसका निधिध्यासन. You have to experience these verses in the self. So let us stop here with Shanti Mantra. But I have a lot of time, and if you have time, and if you have observations, if you have some inputs, and of course, anything you want to ask, you are most welcome. Om Asatom Sadgamaya Shanti Shanti Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat.
Sir, you have beautifully selected the sequence. We all first भगवत गीता, चार पुरुषार्थ, उपनिषद वगैरह सीखा और अभी अष्टावक्र बोलता है वो सब भूल जाओ.
सब भूल जाओ. If you want to really achieve that supreme state of consciousness.
Yes.
Why he's telling like that? He is not against. Please let us not feel that he's talking not